Now coming on this important thing here, 9 box. So 9 box is basically, we have two type of 9 boxes. One is potential, performance versus potential, and second is uh, objective versus competency. How is means like how versus what means objective versus competency. So the ratings for these two 9 boxes coming from performance management. Okay. So every year we have performance assessment, performance review, right? So
Yes.
those ratings like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can directly fetch into succession planning. There is a direct integration between succession planning and performance management, and we can also decide from which form we have to fetch the rating. So there are two type of rating. One is performance and one is potential. Potentiality basically, we evaluate separately. So basically performance mean annual performance review, but potentiality is something else, like how much you have potential to be key employee within the company. So potentiality, some clients do the assessment separately, and some client do this potentiality assessment outside the organization, outside the system, and they upload the rating into success factors. So both ways are there. If they have the potentiality assessment readiness, potentiality ratings available outside also, they can import it within the success factors. And this performance is already coming from the performance form. So based on these two ratings, that employee will be plotted in one of the boxes. We can define these labels, we can define the color of these boxes and all those things. So for example, if this meet expectation is the highest one, and these employees are the star employees within my company, so based on their results, we can decide to nominate these employee as a successor for a position. So what we can do, I can just click on that name of that employee and I can have this option nomination. And from this 9 box, I can nominate this person for a position just by clicking this nomination button and selecting the position. Just an example, same example I'm taking here. And next,
He's in meeting.
5 years, just an example, and submit. So this is how I can, you know, uh, check their readiness in terms of performance and potential results. So their performance evaluations are also judged in the succession planning, and we can nominate that persons directly from 9 box also by just clicking on this employee name. Okay.
The
Now,
readiness is already readiness is filled by the manager, right? The same readiness, or is there any other rating for readiness?
no, there is no
Or the
other
same?
rating. However, this placement of this employee, we can decide on which form the placement should be there. For example, there is every year there is a performance review form, correct,
Yeah,
for each
yeah,
employee. So we
right.
can have those ratings within my succession planning. So for example, this Michael got rating 5 out of 5 in performance form, and he received rating 3 out of 3 in potentiality. So based on these two ratings, he's plotted into this star box,
Yeah,
and he met the expectation also.
satisfactions. Yeah.
So based on these two ratings, automatically system will plot these employees within these boxes. For
Mhm.
example, this employee tend to means they perform not that much good here. Like they have received rating 1 in performance and rating, sorry, in potential they received 1, and performance they received 3. So based on their ratings, they automatically plotted, and we can decide, for example, we want to focus on star performance only, we want to focus on emerging stars only and rising star only. So we can have a look from here, and we can nominate these persons from 9 boxes also. Now, there is one more how versus what available, which is basically, see, performance versus potential means. Two dimensions are there: performance rating and potential rating. How
Okay.
versus what means? We have two dimensions here: performance, sorry, uh, objective rating and competency rating.
Competency, and
So
this is like
mhm.
if either of them we can use, right?
Yeah,
If we
yeah,
add data on performance potential, it will be there only, and if we want it in the other one, objective competency, we need to add separately, right?
absolutely.
Right.
So this performance versus, sorry, how versus what, which is basically your objective versus competency, that is also coming from the performance form. So when we launch a performance form, there would be a objective section and there would be a potential section, sorry, competency section also. And at the end of the performance assessment, we receive the overall objective rating, right, and overall competency rating. Correct, like core values or any job
Yes.
specific competency rating is part of our competency, sorry, performance form, annual performance review.
Mm.
So once we receive those ratings from performance form for objective and competency, automatically that person will be plotted in one of these boxes based on the rating he received from that performance form. Okay, for objective and for competency. Have you got it?
Yeah, got it, got it.
So this is just the source actually change here. We are comparing that employee based on their performance and potential rating here in performance potential matrix. And here we are comparing that employee or checking his performance based on what? Objective and competency rating, which is coming from the same form. From that, performance rating is coming, right? So based on these comparison and his performance check, we can decide whether this employee is eligible for as a successor or not. So this data, basically 9 box data or the talent card information, right? When I click on this talent card, I can see their their employee profile details, basically their assessments or their any particular previous employment and all those things. This
Yeah.
help us basically to identify that this employee is eligible as a successor or not. These are my informations, basically 9 box or talent information that help us to decide whether this employee can be a successor or not. Okay, now making them as a successor, that comes under success, talent search, position tile, succession org chart. And from here also their potential, their talent card, we have this option to nominate those employees as a successor. So and this is how, and this is what we have in succession planning. Succession planning is integrated with employee central also, your performance management also, your career development planning also, and your recruitment management also. See, basically, 9 box gives us an information that how that employee performed. For example, if he plotted into this star box, means he received rating 3 out of 3 in performance and 3 out of 3 in
Okay.
potential. Means he performed very well.
In the
So
top
each
it's
box,
based on performance. What about the second series, second and third? It's all
which
based
one?
on the performance only.
No. Based on performance only, this box cannot be generated because this is two-dimension box. Potential ratings would also be there. Performance ratings would also be there. If we
And
move,
yeah,
Mhm,
and Amit, I have a question. Like, for example, suppose my performance rating is in 5 Likert scale. Okay,
mhm.
so how will it be fit here? Because this is
There
in
is a
three.
standard. Yes, there is a standard
There is
normalization happens where
Okay,
basically 5 point rating scale will convert into 3 point rating scale automatically. So what will
the
happen is
system will do that,
automatically
right?
system will do 1 or 2 rating in performance will become 1 here, 3 will become 2, and 4 and 5 will become 3. So automatically system convert this 5 point scale into 3 point scale.
Okay, okay.
A standard normalization for performance, like it is also for objective and competency also. For example, for objective and competency also we are using the same scale, 5 point. So that will also convert into 3 point scale.
This is the like a conversion, right? One and
Yes,
two goes to one.
Yes.
3 is 2, and 4 and
4,
5
5,
is 3.
3.
Yeah, 3. Yes. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So there is some configuration which I have already explained, that all these things can be changed, the colors can be changed, the labels can be changed. So all these things we'll cover when we will have the configuration, part of this 9 boxes.